Yes, my people, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Saeed TV. This is a Mandem talk. We're in the building Wednesday. You know the score, people, man. We give you the latest Mandem talk. If you've not been there before, normally you have WhatsApp groups, you have all these chats here. We thought, you know what, man? Instead of putting a WhatsApp group where everybody's sending mad voice notes and everyone's getting too heated, let's just bring it to the show and let the Mandem speak. We're minus a couple of people. Obviously, Neji and Rhino will be coming soon. But yo, Tyrone, what are you telling me, broski, man? Everything good?
Yeah, blessed, man. Just had the shaving, beard's ready, holiday tomorrow morning. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. But obviously gotta bless the stream, end on a high, man. And you know what is so funny about this group chat, yeah, is that sometimes like it'll be a couple days where it's quiet, and then some days it's just bare active. I don't have, a group chat on my whole WhatsApp that sends as many voice notes as what Musa and them man do. They're literally,
it's crazy.
I'm talking not 10 seconds, people. I'm talking 1 minute 47, 3 minutes 30. Like, you've got to have story time ready. But it's jokes, man. And obviously, the passion runs through. So big up everyone that's watching. Make sure you like the video. Obviously, you can find our stuff at Never a Foul. And yeah, man, Amrabat. That's what I thought. I knew the people are going to get onto me with this one. I've had it in a group chat.
I can't lie that, you know. I seen something there, you know.
Bro,
yo, man, I was like, yo, Amrabat is already here, man. Forget.
Yeah, I've just got send your shirts in, man. Man will start doing signatures.
Send the shirts, yo. Oh, that's well, that got me, man. That got me.
Yeah, do you know what? If he bangs, I'm gonna run with this one now.
Yeah. Run with it, bro. Run with it, man. You get me? Hold tight, everyone. That's, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. But Musa, the people are saying, man, we're praying on your internet, man. You reckon we're calm? You reckon we're good today? What are we saying? Internet gonna be good? Yeah, just as I said that, you know what I mean? It's mad.
No, it's been working blessed, surely.
Yeah, that's bro, man. Listen, what is this guy's internet general? I don't know, you know, people. I've literally told him to get Ethernet cable, but maybe he needs to jump on a fiber. I don't know what he's doing.
This is what happens. This is what happens. I'm ready to sign a contract and my man's messing up the signal and that. This is why I'm not at the club yet. This is what I mean.
Bro, listen, man. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. But hopefully, like I said, he'll be back, man. Yeah, you called it. You jinxed it, Farai. You jinxed it, bro. I don't know what you did, man. We tried to not put pressure on the Wi-Fi, but it seems like what do you call it? He'll be back maybe, and hopefully, like I said, we'll get something here. But people, make sure you smash the like button on the video. We just got some news around it. Rasmus Hojlund. United can never do anything right, so I'm not shocked, nor am I surprised. But Rasmus Hojlund announcement could be delayed by another 3 days. He arrived later than planned on Tuesday. He was due to meet supporters and conduct activities around his signing today, but that was cancelled and United are focusing on his medical. So I hope that he plays on the weekend, man. Something, you feel me? Like, I hope it's done by the weekend and we can see him a little, because bro, you don't want to be straight away seeing him against Wolves, innit? Like, I'd rather, you know.
Yeah, I wanted, because we've got two home games back to back, Saturday, Sunday. So I wanted him to be involved in one of them, 100%. But I don't believe that it will be ready in time for him to play in one of them games. If there's a delay, I think they wanted it announced by Thursday. He could maybe train Friday at least and maybe get 30 minutes. But I feel like it's going to be Man United versus Wolves at home in the Premier League. He's going to be on the bench. And then we're going to introduce him that way. Obviously, it's exciting that it's actually finally basically done. We've got a striker. We've got Mason Mount. I know it's not what everyone wanted, but, you know, we've got a goalkeeper in Onana. We still need that centre-back in DM. I don't know whether we're going to get them, but I'm excited by Hojlund, man. You know what I'm saying? I've already said that I'm not going to set my bar too high with him. I'm not going to set my expectations over the limit. I would take 15 league goals that we said about last week, actually, on the last week's show. But I just feel like what he's going to do is give everyone a new lease of life side. I saw Luke Shaw do an interview the other day, and he was talking about like how much we need a striker. You know, Bruno Fernandes has said how much we need a striker. So I feel like bringing someone like him in will just give everyone that confidence of like, okay, we can maybe put the ball in the right areas, or we might have someone that could finish chances. So fingers crossed it works out, and then hopefully I can join the club after him.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? I don't know if you've seen it, but we said Neji, we're saying that Tyrone looks a little bit like Amrabat. I don't know if you can
Comments are
see it there a
killing me,
little bit.
bro.
I don't know if you can see it there,
Oh,
Neji.
man, they're going in.
Amrabat look.
They're going in, man. Oh, flipping oh. Hey. I'm like, Amrabat, you know, I can't unsee it. I can't unsee it. Sorry, bro. I can't, man. Oh,
Bad, bro.
shit.
But how you doing, Neji? How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Shout out Mustafa, man. Yeah, I'm nice, man. I'm nice. I'm just I'm vexed, you know, people, because I ordered food, yeah, about an hour and a half ago, and I'm still waiting. So right now, I thought, you know what? I'm gonna have to try and do the Mandem talk on my laptop because my phone. Do you know what I mean? It's yeah.
You're waiting for the call to say they're outside.
You know what it is? Yeah, so I can go kick off. You know what I mean? And kick off and say, yo, next time, make sure it's on time because an hour and a half been waiting. But listen, other than food, man, I'm good, man. I hope everyone in the chat's nice. And yeah, man, big up Amrabat, big up Saeed, you know what I mean? Big up Musa. Everyone's all good, man.
Come on,
you know
man.
What I mean?
Big up, man. Nah, 100%, man. But talking about the real Amrabat, good news regarding Amrabat today is that for me, Fabrizio Romano has come out and said Amrabat has no doubts. He says yes to Man United. He wants to move since first talks in June, despite rich Saudi bids. Understand he never said he's staying or anything similar. Fake quotes. No official bid yet. Man United will send it as soon as Fred and Donny leave. So we're still waiting on the Fred situation to clear up. But listen, man, I can't lie to you, man. It's good news that we hear that Tyrone, that at least Amrabat is wanting Man United. And when we want a player, they normally come. You feel me? So it's a good news, man, because we need midfielders, isn't it? It's a particular area that I'm passionate about, man. Midfielders. So
100%. And I think like we've had the Fred obviously potentially looking at Galatasaray, Fulham. We've got Van der Beek. We want 20 to 25 million from him from Sociedad. It looks like we're going to have two midfielders leaving. So we 100% need one coming in. Obviously, Mason Mount's already come in and then Amrabat can come in as well. But I think with the Kobe Manu injury, which we've all sort of taken as a bit of a sucker punch, really, because we didn't expect him. Okay, we all rate him, right? And we all feel like he will be ready to be part of the squad. But in the first few preseason games, he's actually looked like the one that showed us balance in that midfield. He's able, you know, him and Casemiro together. I think they started one game together. It just had a bit more like balance and control about it. And I think with him out now, it shows that 100% we need to go in for another midfielder. Because even that last 30 minutes against Dortmund, when it was Casemiro, Bruno, and Mason Mount, look, Ten Hag said this was a horrible display. That 30 minutes was all individuals. And I'm not saying that's how it's going to be for the rest of the season. However, let's be real. That's a template for what could happen in the season and against a good Premier League side that can like tear through our midfield. So I really want Amrabat. And I think the best thing about it is we can't really mess this up from here. It's not like the Frankie de Jong situation where we're trying to persuade him 12 months ago and we're like on streams, Ten Hag wants him. Hopefully Barcelona have to sell just to get rid of him. But he didn't actually want to come. This is Amrabat saying, do you know what? I'm ready to go Manchester United. Manchester United have to pay the money and then I'm a Manchester United player. So I kind of feel confident because if Man United don't pay, then we know that it was the board and the club that didn't get this player. It's not the player that didn't want to come. And I think that's the most important thing. What's Mike Keegan's tweet? You got it up?
Yeah, what's Mike Keegan saying, man? Bro, listen, man. I can't lie to you guys. I'm kind of tired of the Glazer talk, if I'm being honest with you. But what's he said, man? Is it a situation that is relevant?
It's about the Glazers. Yeah, it says negotiations ongoing with multiple parties. There's not been a pause in the process. Architects not asked for new scaled down plans. Kit deal was factored into bids.
Yeah, bro. You know what it is, yeah. I'm business as usual, basically, but still, we're still at that stage where, you know what I mean, like they're still holding on for more money. That's basically it. You know what I mean, in a sense. So I don't know whether it changes anything. I don't know whether it makes it more exciting. I just think for me, ultimately, it's down to the Glazers where they free up the money. You know what I mean? So
we're going into the new season with them still here. That's the bottom line.
Exactly. That's the whole point. We were never meant to be going the season with the Glazers in charge. That was my biggest gripe. So we needed new, fresh owners. They had 8 months to sort this ownership out.
Yeah.
So end of the day, like it doesn't really change my mindset on the situation. It just kind of makes me like,
you know what?
like,
I'm actually
just
that point. I'm glad
more.
you kind of said something like you don't even, which is good. I see people in the comments saying like, I don't give a crap. I'm tired of it. We actually feel the same. Don't worry, we're not going to spend time even talking on it. Let's even actually, like you said, talk on Amrabat and that, because that's actually the fresh and positive stuff. I'm done with this ownership talk, man.
Yeah, man. Like I said, man, I spoke yesterday to someone who was kind of working at the club, and he gave me indication that they're not leaving anytime soon. So you know, I mean, when you hear these kind of talks and you hear them more and more, it's not that I don't want them out. It's just that I'm kind of tired of the talk. Just let me know when it's done. Like when you tell me it's done and they're gonna leave, that's when you're gonna see me. My thobe is ready. My Imam is ready. I'm there. I'm outside Old Trafford. I'm parading like there's no tomorrow. But until then, I think all the small talk is just small talk, innit? But it is what it is.
It's a frustration for me, really. I'll be honest, because I'm looking at this like they wanted 6 billion. The offers that came in was a stress to get 6 billion, if that's the reports. And then it's the case of we've invested, and they have respectfully, they've allowed us to invest more of our own money and income on players this season. This is the second season. Big up Rhino.
Rhino.
This is the second season that a manager's been backed summer after summer with a good, decent budget. It hasn't happened for a very long time. So a part of me is like, are they trying to boost? They've seen what happened last season. Are they now trying to boost the stock prices of United by going, you know what, we'll give another extra 50, 60 million on top of budget that we can do. And then it'll be a case of have a great season, and then we can start claiming that we're now worth 7-8 billion because you've just signed a new contract with Adidas, which is mad. Do you know what I mean? 900 milli. Like they're confident that they can sell shirt sales and everything else. So maybe if they had a little turnaround and gone, you know what, if we do some of the footballing side of things and we start running the club a little bit better, you know what I mean? Is that then an opportunity for us to actually see a proper investment? Because the way we've been doing it hasn't been working. Will they want to stay? Of course. If they can make their money, they're staying, people. Right? This has nothing to do with the structure and how they want to see it run. This has nothing to do with the women's team, nothing to do with the stadium leaks. Absolutely don't give a crap about any of that other than can they make their money and can they make it quick? So man, I can't see them selling up the way it stands, and if they do, it's going to have to be based on them not being able to see money signs in the future. And sadly, I said this on Twitter, and you may not want to hear this, but if the fans can't stay at the stadium or whatever reason, again, that's not a dig, I'm just making a statement. If they can't do that, that's cool. Everyone can only do what they feel they want to do. However, it's going to mean that we need to be relegated in order to get them out, and that's never going to happen. So really and truly, we can't complain about the Glazers no more. If they sell, they sell. If they don't, we just work with it.
He's got to that reality. This point here, it says, however, neither group is thought to get close to the 6 billion to the Glazers are reportedly seeking. Again, it's about money, people, man. Like the guy, you know the guy, what he said to me yesterday as well, by the way, the guy that was in link to the club. He said, everyone could come to Old Trafford and Man United would be still making profit. Can you believe that? So everyone could still go into free to Manchester United, and the club deal, the one that they got on the sponsor, the shirt sleeve sponsor, everything could still make a profit. That's crazy. So again, yes, fans should do more, and yes, fans can leave the stadium, but the reality is money's still money. Until that money is given to the Glazers, they ain't leaving. So it is what it is, man, people. But I don't think I'm going to waste too much time on that talk. It's not really relevant talk. Please do smash the like button on the video. Over 700 in the building. Rhino, how you doing, bro? Everything blessed?
What's good, man? What's my audio saying, man? Them good?
Yeah, man.
Audio fine.
Yeah.
Come on.
Now I'm good, man. Good. Big up, Mandem always. Nage, Ty, Moose, Side as always, man. Appreciate always being here, man. Big up, man. Big up the chat as well, man. Let's get the likes up.
Come on. Come on, Musa, have we got you as well now? I think it's more clearer now. I think the internet's more clearer now. Musa, can we hear you? Are you live? Are you direct? What are we saying? Yeah, long day.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can
hear you. Me?
Depends on whether you're going to be here for long. Yeah, bro, this is wild, man. Listen. I'm going to go to London. Who lives next to him? Who lives next to him? Who of you guys live next to him? Tyrone, where do you live? Yo,
Aye.
Rhino, where do you live?
Nah,
bro.
he probably lives. He
Rhino's
probably lives.
closest. Rhino's
Yeah, the
closest.
closest. He's probably got that Prime Welbeck Wi-Fi. That's what it is, man. Prime Welbeck.
Bro, he's
Wi-Fi.
got a prime Welbeck Wi-Fi, man. That's what he's got, man. But that's
Yeah,
it,
he's
man.
got
He's
the
not on the
Welbeck
show anymore.
Wi-Fi.
Done. See you later, man. We're gonna move on from Musa, man.
You know that Wi-Fi
You get
where
me,
you
but
pay
now hold
15
tight,
minutes
Musa.
for it. You get free 15 minutes and you actually like to pay
15
$5.99.
minutes, man. He's got
He's
an
got that
airport
too, bro.
Wi-Fi. The airport Wi-Fi, man.
Oh,
Tell me now,
If
when
I
you
was,
pay
if I was
15 minutes.
ever in danger and I had to FaceTime someone, and if they don't answer, I survive, I'm calling Musa, bruv.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. But you know what, though? Rhino, talk to me. Amrabat. What are you saying, man? Big signing. What are we saying?
Yeah, man. I'm looking forward to it, man.
I can't hear you.
You know what? Rhino, talk to me. Amrabat. What are you saying, man? Big signing. What are we saying? Can you not
I
hear
can
us?
hear it. I can hear Musa watching the stream in the background.
Yeah, you can listen watching the stream in the background.
Yeah, bare background. Yo, Musa, turn that off, bro. Turn the volume down.
Oh, it's mad. It's mad. Old Trafford Wi-Fi. But yeah, Rhino, you go ahead and then Musa, sort yourself out a little bit and then we'll keep it moving. Musa, go on. I mean, Rhino, go
I
on.
think he's gonna speak. All right, cool. Yeah, Amrabat, man. I'm very like pleased with the signing. To be fair, especially the fact that he wants to come to the club as well, very good. And because that was one of my worries, to be honest, when I knew that we had to sell a few players, get rid of Hojlund first, I was thinking, look, someone's going to swoop in and take him before us. I could see someone like Liverpool, somebody just coming in, you know. So now that we're starting to hear more information on the fact that he's waiting for us, that's what it seems like. Yeah, man, I'm all for it. Listen, man, the midfield needs that. We need that security in the midfield. We need someone that can progress the ball, someone that's good on the ball. Ideally, we need two similar people like Amrabat, you know, so that we have that security in the midfield and we have options when we're playing different tactics. But yeah, none of our midfield can really hold the ball if we're serious. So he's kind of got small like attributes of De Jong a little bit and some Casemiro attributes as well. So yeah, we need it, man, desperately. A ball progressor, someone that's secure on their feet, someone that can help break lines as well. He can create he's good at long balls. He's comfortable with having pressure as well. We need it, man. We need him.
It might be crazy. Yeah. I'm gonna go as far as saying right now, signing Amrabat, even though we've got Hojlund in, Mount and Onana, that could be the difference between making top 4 and not. And I'm not even talking challenging. I'm talking top 4 and not.
Yeah,
I was saying right now, just before you came on, I'm not gonna, get onto them, but we saw that in the Dortmund game in the last 30 minutes, Ten Hag's already called it out, and he had his midfield of the Bruno, Mount, and Casemiro. Now, this is Dortmund, right? We're talking Premier League teams are a bit more secure, I'd say, than Dortmund. They're quite attacking and open.
Yeah.
So if that's a template against Dortmund, and I know it's only pre-season, let's be real. I'm sure there's going to be other teams that have looked at that, and we know we're going to get cut open by other teams. Yeah. We need Amrabat.
100%. 100%. Even listen, the first 30 minutes of that game, I'm happy I didn't say it out loud, but I was like, Dortmund are dead. That's what I was thinking in my head. Then, bro, they scored 2 goals, and I was like, yeah, imagine I tweeted that. I'd have been done. You feel me? But we need Amrabat badly, man. The midfield, listen, bro, the midfield, man. And do you know what I think has hurt us a lot as well is Mainu. I think Mainu was slowly making an integration, and we lost that kind midfield. Of.
Let's be honest.
Yeah. So imagine Amrabat and Mainu. Yeah, we'll be good. Yeah, yeah, the balance. That's it. The balance side is always talking about the balance.
No, go on, bro.
Speak on him, bro. Speak on him.
Oh, safe. Sorry, my bad.
Go on, Age.
Yeah, my bad. No, I was just going to say, sorry, broski. Yeah, I was just going to say that the profile of Mainu, I feel like Ten Hag had a plan with him. And I think you could see he was trying to integrate him into the first team in the preseason. And it seemed to be like he was contemplating on utilizing Mainu a lot more. The way in which he bossed the midfield against Madrid, Arsenal, was I think that was a revelation for Ten Hag to say, raw against Premier League opposition, the no slouch, they've got their first 11 out, and you're doing a madness. And not only that, but you're doing it with the likes of Bruno in the team, Cassie, and everything else. So more time, it's a case of I've got an opportunity for you. Let me see if I can weed you into the team because you're making the midfield tick. And then as soon as Eriksen came on against Madrid after that minute, you could see the difference in terms of that control just went. And that's not to say Eriksen's poor, but it's just based on profile and attitude to the way the players play that Mainu seems more fitted to be playing with Bruno naturally and Casemiro in that role. And I think, obviously, Mount has got a situation. Oh, mad. Yeah.
That's
got
crazy.
the comment, man. Yeah, man said Dini, I hope you're not talking about me, fam. You know what I mean? We can't talk about Dini, my teeth are nice.
I just cooked that message.
Yeah.
But yeah, listen.
There's a lot. There's a comment here.
But listen, yeah.
Big up to
I was just quickly going to
Elias,
say about Maino, innit? Like, him
being
I like
out.
Him being out.
Go on, AG.
Yeah, safe. I was just going to say, him being out is a bit of a madness, and it's put us in a situation. Amrabat coming in will solidify things for us, man, and his passing range is incredible. So not only will he be a bit of a colossal, but he'll be a bit of a ball player as well. Maybe not a carrier, because I haven't seen him carry too tough, but finding that pass between the lines, he's got the capabilities. And Martinez just behind it. Onana's pushing up into the centre-back area when he's playing. Martinez also pushed into DM in the 6th role. You've got 2 players there that can spray balls. And we know Casemiro is dangerous even if he goes further up. But yeah, man, that's me.
Do you know what as well?
We're not writing off Casemiro either.
Just before the stream started, I was actually watching Amrabat compilation from yesterday friendly. The opposition was quite poor.
Yeah.
But when you still watch a player, they've still got to do their own basics right. And he was getting the ball comfortable on the half turn. He's playing it out to the wingers. He was playing it through the lines. He was like obviously aggressive in winning the ball recoveries. And it just gives you that sort of, I'm not saying he's not Jorginho, but I'm talking when you say volume passer, he's someone that's comfortable in getting the ball, like give it to him, give it back, give it to him, give it back. I feel like our midfielders are not give it to him, give it back plays. Bruno is like quick, I've got to release it like a bomb. Mount, I've got to release it like a bomb. Casemiro, I've got to release it quick.
Amrabat can come to collect.
Yeah, he can come in to collect, and he'll just give us that time to like sometimes reset. And I feel like United, a lot of games we won. I even said it last year, the year before, even when I was at Old Trafford when I was watching games of Saeed. I felt like when it got to like the end of games, I was dying for the final whistle. It's never like we're just chilling and we're in control. It's like, how long's added on? How long's added on? Like, and it's like, oh, okay, we've won, like relief. And I just feel like when we're like backs against the wall or games are a bit end to end, just sometimes give the ball to Amrabat and just say, do you know what? Play the game at your tempo. And Michael Carrick was great at it. It's like, we'll be under pressure and it's like, give me the ball in front of the back four and I'm just going to calm things down a little bit. And I feel like Amrabat can do that for us. So it's not in regards to your comment, Elias, writing off Casemiro. I just believe that Casemiro is naturally still 31. He's not a controlling type of midfielder. He's more of a destroying type of midfielder. And also, we've also like seen that when we overplay him, he can get like the red cards, he can get the suspensions. And when he's out, like it is a big miss, but I just feel like he needs support. It's not that he's a bad player. We could get Amrabat next to Casemiro, and the Casemiro that we were excited about at his best last season for us could actually get better because he's got someone next to him who helps him do his job. So actually, it could work in a way that it could upgrade Casemiro because he's having to do 2 or 3 man's job right now.
Yeah, no facts, man. Musa, I don't know if you can hear us still. Are you there in terms of Amrabat? What are you thinking of the Amrabat signing? Are you happy with that signing, bro?
Amrabat is good. You know what it is? I can hear you lot, but when it's my turn, it starts to play games.
You got to keep carrying on then.
So with Amrabat, like he's from okay, with Amrabat, from me, I don't know, man. I'm not really a fan. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not really a fan. There's not much for me.
But I don't get it no more. Amrabat, you not seeing it no more. This guy was bossing it. He was bossing it no more. World Cup bossing it. Europa League, Conference League bossing it. Like, what is it about Amrabat you're not feeling? Like, explain. You got to explain though. What you're not feeling about Amrabat.
I think for me, when it comes to Amrabat, is this season. And it's that
it's not gonna work, man.
It's not Amrabat per se, but I say that when the season ended and we all had the list of players and we were thinking about the midfield, Amrabat weren't on that list for us lot. For a lot of us, it weren't there. And I think as the summer's gone on, we've all had to kind of gear ourselves up. Like, yeah, Amrabat, Amrabat. I'm not having it.
No, I don't. Mandem, when you look at a midfielder and the profile here, I look at attributes and what he has in this team. And I don't think we've got it. Like when you look at our midfielders, Kobe Mino's an example of he's got something different to this midfield. Casemiro has something that a lot of them don't have. Bruno Fernandes in that final third has a lot of things that maybe someone else doesn't have in terms of maybe his finishing, etc., etc. Mount, people talk about this half space and his pressing. He might be a pressing trigger that might be better than Bruno. We don't know. He might be actually a better presser than Bruno. So we want players that complement each other, Tyrone, and that's the key, isn't it? Having the players that complement one another. That's the key
100%,
for me. If this is going to work, if it's going to work, then that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, that is it. I think people need to forget big names and just back the manager in terms of what he's going to go for with Amrabat, because I believe it is something that we 100% need. I feel like my dilemma that I have is that if Amrabat comes in, me personally, I want to have him starting alongside Casemiro with Bruno in like the number 10 or the forward 8 or whatever position you want to put it in. The big issue I think Ten Hag's going to have is who does he play? Because Luke Shaw, Varane and Martinez are definitely going to play. He's probably going to play one of Dalot or Wan-Bissaka because he's going to have to kind of play a right back somewhere. And then you're going to have the three midfielders, which is going to be obviously Casemiro, Bruno, and X. Now, is he going to find a way to fit all of them in, including Amrabat and Mount? Because I'm sick of seeing these two played on the wing. I do not want Mason Mount coming in for 65 million and we're playing him on the wide left or wide right like England have tried a few times. I just personally don't want to see him there. We then see Bruno Fernandes. He was played on the right against Real Madrid or whatever game it was. And I just think it's a waste. I know Bruno's worked 1 or 2 times there when we played Man City at home last season. However, Bruno Fernandes for me should be central. I know it's a bit chaotic at times, but sometimes I like the chaos because I feel like he can find passes. He has got quite a lot of energy. I don't feel like he's got the pace and the explosiveness what I like in my wingers to play on the wing. So I don't want to see Mount left or right. I don't want to see Bruno left or right. So who's he actually going to start? Because a big away game, he might try and play all of them and he'll play one of them on the wing. But when we're playing at home, are you going to drop Amrabat to the bench and then go for the Mount Bruno? Or are you going to say, right, Casemiro, Amrabat, and then Bruno in a 10 and just try and control the game and go from there? These are the little things, obviously, Ten Hag's going to have to think about. And there's no right or wrong because there's Champions League, Carabao Cup, FA Cup, and Premier League. There is a lot of games where we're going to have to rotate or injuries come into play. But if everyone's fit, I would rather Casemiro and Amrabat than a Casemiro and Mount. That's my personal preference. So what's he going to do? What's Ten Hag going to do?
Yeah.
This is what I'm worried about. This is why I'm worried, Said, if he's going to play one of them on the wing. I'm really worried about it.
I think it's a good issue to have, to be honest. If Ten Hag sticks to playing the right people and not forcing it, and playing you three in the midfield because you guys are going to work for this game, then so be it. You know what I'm saying? I think if Ten Hag can stick to something like that and drop people when they have to be dropped, like what he was doing when McTominay was playing good for a while, and he said, you know what, I'm going to keep the structure of the team for now good until someone falls off, then I'm going to swap you over. You know, so I just hope he starts prioritizing people, even people like Anthony as well. Anthony's not having a good game, take him off, put someone better to do the job for that game on the wing and keep rotating people. That's what I hope to see anyway, still.
Big up to
Big up Tarek. Yeah, big up Tariq. Big up the Mandem. Awesome pad on my boy Ty already has Amrabat style. All jokes I love. Big up to everyone. Yeah, man. Big up to everybody still here, man. Nearly 1,000 people in the chat. Make sure you hit that like button, man.
Come on, let's get it to 400 at least, people. Cost nothing and helps Said reach a bigger audience, man. So show love to the love, man.
Yeah, man, absolutely. I think for me though, what the manager's got to do this year is get the best out of everyone in the team. So whether it's that right hand sided where you got Varane and Wan-Bissaka, whether it's the side of Anthony, whether it's the side of maybe the Mason Mount and the striker situation, the manager's got to make sure that A, when we go away from home, we're not playing a rigid formation, and B, when we're at home, we actually maximize what we do. And I think now people are saying that he's spent a lot of money now and he's got his players now. I don't see why there should be an excuse to play the style of football that we think you should be playing, or to the maximum you should be playing at. So we don't want to be seeing where there's games where we're looking like, oh, we're not playing the right football here. If we can play the football he wants to do, but it's at its maximum. Pep Guardiola plays football at a maximum. Jurgen Klopp in his prime would play their football to a maximum because he had his players involved. I think that's where we're at right now in terms of the players that we've got right now. Onana, okay, Hojlund is a potential. Maybe you probably do need another striker. And then you've got the situation where there's a lot of unfulfilled potential as well. Sancho now. Anthony, another big season for them. So every single one, They have to now build on the next season and just attack now. It's about now not feeling a bit sorry for yourself now and start to attack what you are really about. Like, who are you? Are you just gonna just be a squad player and a and not feel that pressure? Everyone just has to feel the pressure because there's no positions to kind of everyone's got a position to fill. That's just the way I kind of look at it. Me. So we're gonna see,
agree,
man.
man.
We're gonna
100%. Like, there's a lot with the team at the moment from last season where yes, we know we overachieved, and no one expected last season. If you did, you may be in a diehard fan who was borderline delusional, put $1,000 on it for it to happen that way. You probably got your money in, a bit like that Leicester fan when he won his money for winning the league. Do you know what I mean? It's a 1 in a million to have a season like that. So do I expect that again? No. However, do I expect us to have a season like last season where we were playing very well and getting in those results? Do I expect us to see more of that consistently throughout any competition? Yes, even if we have to change a Martinez, even if a Casemiro, do you know what I mean, falls off, even if Bruno needs a rest, we should be able to maintain consistency within the way that we're playing. And I think that's going to be the important part for me, where I start to look at these players and go, whether you got the first 11 or a few of the first 11 or a couple of the bench people, does the system change too tough? Of course, some games, in-game tactics management, you're going to try and switch over. Like if you're in a semi-final, do you know what I mean? And you're 2-1 up and it's like 5 minutes to go, you may change your tactics a little bit during that. That's natural. That's meant to happen in a game. But in terms of over consistency over a season, I'm expecting to see at least 60-70% of the same style of football, or with the same style trying to be portrayed on that pitch, regardless of what players are there, especially when it's players that we've brought in which can replace players like Bruno, Anthony, etc.
Yeah, and it kind of leads well to the expectation for the season. I mean, I'll start off with you, Rhino, first.
Yeah.
What's your expectations for the season? We've got a week and a bit left till the season starts.
Yeah,
it's an
question,
uncomfortable
man.
conversation, man. You know what I mean? It's one of them, man. What do you expect, bro?
Honestly, let's be realistic and let's be serious. This is Ten Hag's second season, so we have to see some sort of progress to the first season. He's had his squad for a year. He's seen the deficiencies. This is his second preseason with the lads, He knows their weaknesses. So now he just needs to be, I think this season, he needs to be straight ruthless. If you don't play good, you're not playing. We need to see a different side to him now. I think the first season was a little bit of a warm-up. I'm going to be nice to everybody and slowly start filtering out people. But now, second season, let's go. So I hope, definitely 1,000,000%, we can't go below top 4. We can't go below what we had. So third, fourth, I don't even want to say fourth, but third, fourth, and a trophy. I would love to see an FA Cup or, us push very far for the Champions League and us maybe even secure maybe 2 cups. That's what I'm hoping. But if I have to be realistic, definitely stay. I want to see better football, better away form, and I want to see us see a trophy as well. Yeah.
Musa, what are you saying? What's your expectation of Ten Hag? I know you're looking at him closely. I've seen the WhatsApp message and that. Where are you? Because Ten Hag's been here now another year. Obviously, another season now. Spent 300 million. What's your goal? Because some people are saying better football. All I want is better football. People want to say challenge for the league. Like, what you say for Ten Hag? Where are you looking at him now next season?
Well, I'm on Ten Hag watch, to be honest. I'm on Ten Hag watch this season because when I'm looking at Eric Ten Hag, since he's come into Old Trafford and he's come into the job, I remember his speech at the beginning, and I've seen I've seen that he believes in himself and he believes in what he wants to play. But I know that he's also got that stubbornness about him, and that's why he's got to the level that he's got to as a manager. But I just feel like great managers, as great as they are, they need that. If you look at Alex Ferguson, he always had what's his name that was next to him? Gill. What's his name?
David Gill.
David Gill.
David Gill.
He always had someone next to him that could do some of the business, can go and get some of the players, maybe look at other players that that he might not have known and try to get in. And I just feel like with Eric Ten Hag, if you would have told me we would have been 300 million plus in the second transfer window, and these are the players that we would have bought in, I would have been underwhelmed. I'm not going to lie to you. When I look at the players that Erik ten Hag has brought in, the reason I'm underwhelmed is because I think of how much we've had to pay for some of these players. And I get a lot of people say, well, it's not up to him. It's the club's fault, the club this. But I'm saying also, as a manager that knows he hasn't got a director of football above him, and he's got his list of players that he wants, I feel like there has to be a level of also where you say to yourself, all right, cool. If they try to play us, because he knows who he's dealing with. He's dealing with the Glazers. He keeps on coming out in interviews and saying that you've got to invest. Other clubs are investing in their teams and et cetera, et cetera. Yes, we get that. But also, don't be ignorant of the condition that you're in and the people that you have above you and the constraints that you have within your budget. Understand what you're dealing with. You just went through the January transfer window with about £10 million. You had to go and get Venkhorst in, get Sabitzer in. It's peak for you. You know it's peak for you. So now you've come to the summer window and you know you've got restraints again. Have your listed players that you want to get that play a certain system that you want to play and make sure you don't overpay. Because when I look at Martinez and I look at the Anthony, we overpaid like £50 million combined with those two players. And that 50 million is what we were looking for in the January transfer window to go again. And now we're here again in the summer. And I think with Hojlund seeing, PSG going with 42 million and us ended up paying 72. Why I say is that I saw Pep Guardiola at Man City earn the right to go and spend 100 million on Jack Grealish. Like, that brother went 4 or 5 seasons without ever spending more than 60, 65 million. And yes, we're going to say, well, he had a team around him. But the manager earned the right. Like, he won trophies upon trophies. And to the point, when you get to the level of where you are in terms of even when Alex Ferguson used to do it, you get to a certain level where you only need one player. So you can go into a whole summer window needing one like extraordinary player and spend your budget on it and just say, cool, 100 million, icing the cherry on the cake, done. We can't go in for players and do that type of stuff. So this is why I worry, because Erik ten Hag is going to be going into his second season. And then if we don't finish off how we want to finish off, people are going to be saying, it's his third season now. He spent nearly £500 million, etc. on transfers. Are Man United any better than they were under, example, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? We know as a fan base, yes. But I'm just saying the pressure will be on. You know what I'm trying to say? So I'm watching because, again, I'm looking at Mason Mount, for an example. Yes, he's a good player. None of us are going to say he's a great player. We're all going to say he's a good player. But the question is, with some of the players that we already have in a team, was that the position that we really needed to get? You know what I'm saying? Is that because people are talking about if Amrabat comes in, Bruno and Mount have to go on the bench or one of them have to go wide? But we've already got so much wide players that we're having to send someone loan. How are you now going to get the central midfielders and put one of them left wing or right wing?
Yeah, I feel like I don't want to defend him, Musa, but I feel like with the Mason Mount thing, we knew that he wanted another number 8. He wanted energy, he wanted legs. So when you think of whether people like it or not, like you said, great or good signing, Mason Mount, the profile that Ten Hag wanted with the energy, the legs, another number 8. Mason Mount is that profile. So that's
I get that, but I think, example, Caicedo that plays a 6. I've seen him play an 8 at Brighton, and I think he's a wonderful 8. What I'm saying is that if you're going to bring Mason Mount in, why are you then going to put Bruno on the right wing? So we bring.
I don't want to see that.
No, but this is what's happening. But this is what's happening if Amrabat comes. If Amrabat comes, there's a likelihood that we're going to see Bruno Fernandes playing right wing.
I think he's shown us that. I think for me,
that's
one thing I do agree with you in that aspect. He has to play the 2 in midfield in the big games, But then that means Bruno. I think it's got to be one of Bruno and Mount who plays, and then you play your right winger. I think that's where I think my question to Ten Hag is. But I think for me, him bringing Amrabat in is a key indication that he wants to go to these top six games and basically shut up shop. And also then have that transition ball where he could just basically hit teams on the break. It is a good component, but I think for me, where I think you're a little harsh on Ten Hag is Mason Mount is a profile that he wants. I'd rather have a manager at least go where he wants and then back it up later on, rather than going for something that he doesn't want and then later on just playing it for the sake of it.
No, I agree with you, Saeed. I agree with you.
But if he fails, then at least we can say, okay, he failed trying to do what he wanted to do. It's not like Ten Hag's gone into his second season and he's adapted loads to not go against his own principles.
But this is what I'm trying to say, guys.
Say, oh, I didn't do this. I would have done things differently. Well, do it then. I don't want to hear
This is what I'm trying to say, guys. So we got to be on him. I'm just saying, that's why I said I'm on his watch, because I don't see that. I don't see how Mount or an 8 was more important than a 6. I see us
we're going to get a 6 in Amrabat.
No, but I see it the other way around. I see the big signing being the 6 and spending less money on the 8.
Right.
That's how I see the signing. I see the signing like, go and get me an 8 for around £30 million and go and get me that big 6 for the 60, 70 million.
But Musa, do you know what it is? Yeah, sorry to cut you off. Yeah, I feel like if we look at last season, we were more defensively sound in opposed to how good our offense was. So I think that's why he's prioritizing more towards the offense, since our defense was quite decent.
But we also said that we struggled without Casemiro. So the question we're going to ask you is that when Casemiro's not there, and then we're going to be dependent on Amrabat. What I'm saying is Amrabat also needs time to bed in. So why I'm saying we go for the big money signing with the 8, with the 6, is that we get in a Premier League proven player who's done it at Brighton, for example, knows the league, can come straight in, hasn't got to catch up with the pace of the league or anything like that, in that important 6, and then we can get an attacking player who can kind of bed in. Why do I say that? Because we're already looking at either one or the other. Is it Bruno? Is it Mason Mount?
Do you know what?
Got some breaking news. It's not breaking news, but Florian Plettenberg said Man United 11 lost their focus on Leon Goretzka. Understand the 28-year-old is still on the list of the club. Goretzka wants to stay 100%, but the last 10 days have clearly shown that he won't be a start on the Tuchel now. Tuchel is planning with Kimmich, Lima, and wants holding 6 on top. Difficult situation. By the way, I don't know if you see the interview by Kimmich, because Tuchel called him not a number 6, and he said, no, I am a number 6. So I don't know if there's a bit of heat going on there. Man United and Goretzka situation still to watch. Still a dream target for West Ham. Bro, listen, man. Goretzka, my days.
Give us Kimmich
you might
instead,
get Sabitzer back. Go get Sabitzer back, man.
I'm not going to lie. You might as well get Goretzka in to be the PT. Man's just hench.
There's no point. There's no point taking a player that doesn't want to be there. It's the same shit with De Jong, man. Everyone 100%. Was crying over De Jong. Like, it was so obvious he didn't want to come. It was so obvious he did not want to come. Like, you could literally read between the lines, put the dots together, and go, raw. You actually don't want to come. Like, there's some players that want to come, make the effort. Some people don't want to come. And you start pushing these narratives that, you don't want to be there. If he don't want to leave Bayern Munich, we should not be taking a player just because he's talented, because he don't want to play for us, because those mentalities already wrong.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, he's coming in with this dodgy mentality already, like, don't want to be here anyway. That Sanchez kind of situation, do you know what I mean? Like, you don't need that, man. If you don't want to be here, you don't need that. You shouldn't be going around desperate, going, we need the profile, so let me just get anybody and anybody because they're good enough. Who says they're going to turn up with their ability when they think that way? They're not. Do you know what I mean? You can have all the ability in the world, but you can't force him to put that into gear, into practice. Do you know what I mean? You can't do that with people. So I'll be honest, I'm not really about Goretzka. I'm not, and Amrabat looks like he's pushing to come to United. That's what you want as soon as you put the boots on.
If we don't get Amrabat and we go for cheap option, I'll be fuming, man. I'll be fuming.
It's not like he's exactly expensive anyway, which is the good part with Amrabat. 25, 30 mil, 27 years of age.
We're looking at Donny van de Beek getting sold for 25 mil. That's a straight replacement, and you got more out of him.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? It's basically swap for swap.
Yeah. I want to ask Musa something. Because Musa obviously is saying he's on Ten Hag watch. That's the first thing he said, right? And I feel like if Ten Hag kind of overachieved last year, getting top 4, some thought top 6. So he got top 4 and he won a trophy. So I was definitely happy with that come the end of the season. And I would have took that at the start of the season. So kind of he's already exceeded expectations. But then you're already saying that you're on Ten Hag watch when he's coming in off the back of a good season. So with the signings now coming in then, Musa, what are your expectations then if you're already on Ten Hag watch before game week 1, considering what you've done last year? I want to know, like, directly, Champions League, how far? FA Cup, Carabao, Premier League, where do we finish?
Like, for me, last season, I predicted top 4. And I said that it's always a minimum for me as a Man United manager. I don't care where you come from, what you're on. When I look at the squad and how much we spent on that squad and the level of player, we had World Cup Varane in there. We had David De Gea in there. We already had Luke Shaw. We had Wan-Bissaka. These are all players that are rated. We had Bruno Fernandes. We had, Sancho. These are all Marcus Rashford. We had solid players that I already rated, but I always said to myself, due to the manager that was in charge, never got the best out of their players. But I thought this was a squad that was capable before Ten Hag to come in to compete and be getting top 4. I didn't look at the United squad and thought, right, this squad ain't good enough for top 4. I just thought like the players never really had a coach and had someone to do the business. So I've always been happy with Erik Ten Hag coming in. The only thing that I'm at with Erik Ten Hag, when I say I got no issue with him, I'm just saying these are pinnacle moments within every managerial position. They're pinnacle moments where, example, some people saying that him calling out the players the other day, saying they're not listening to him, they're not doing what they're doing. They're asking the question: Is he doing a Jose? Does he know who he's talking to? Does he know that these players are quick to start putting? Go on.
Can I ask a question, Mandem? Yeah, and this is for everyone, isn't it? How many teams are we currently better than right now, like in the league? Can we say we're better than Liverpool? Can we say we're better than Chelsea? Can we say we're better than Tottenham, Arsenal? You know what I mean? Like, where do we rank ourselves in that group? I'm gonna ask you, Rhino, first. Yeah, where do you rank yourselves in the? Because I'm not gonna lie to you. As much as I fear Liverpool, I still think there's a lot of. They've got their weaknesses as well, you know, in terms of, for me, the back line, I still think it's a bit shaky. I think they've not sorted out their defensive midfielder out there, so they could be imbalanced in midfield. Okay, up front, I kind of think they're sorted in that aspect because they've got a lot of shooters, so that side is sorted. But where do you rank? Because I'm not gonna lie to you, I still think United can still finish third, and people say that's crazy, but I still think United can still finish third in the league.
Yeah. I think I would agree with you, Said. Yeah, because when you think about someone like Newcastle, because we have to consider them people like Aston Villa and all of that as well, the creepers, Newcastle's doing Champions League now. Do you know what I mean? Newcastle's doing Champions League, so we don't know how they're going to handle that. So, yeah, we're looking like we should be able to be at least a third or fourth team. I'm saying third or fourth because Liverpool, as much as they've still got their defensive weaknesses, the midfield, I think their midfield they've improved it a bit. So I think Klopp will try and work it out, man. Klopp's got that knack of figuring things out. He's a very quality manager. So Liverpool will probably be our main threat, maybe. And maybe even Chelsea, you know, if somehow they start clicking. But we have to be realistic because people always say, oh, but why are you judging from last season? That's all we can judge from. That's the sample size. A team, and we have to consider the fact that Chelsea were 12th. They can't just all of a sudden jump to third. They have to gel together. They need time to mold as well. So I think
that to Arsenal.
Ten Hag has a knack for second season. You start seeing a bit more progress. So I'm just hoping that Ten Hag's philosophy starts to implementing. And yeah, third, fourth, man, we're better than Chelsea, I think, in terms of chemistry and synergy. I would say we're slightly ahead of Liverpool, even though Liverpool have got a better front three. But they've got a quality manager, so that one could be 50-50. Yeah, who else is there? There's so Liverpool, Chelsea, obviously Arsenal and City. Tottenham are looking like they might be a little threat as well. Villa, yeah, third or fourth. I'm saying third or fourth, definitely. Still, that's for me. That's for me. Still,
we don't finish any higher than that in the league. If we finish third, that is definitely the maximum I think we can finish because City and Arsenal, I'm putting in, say, just finishing above us. I'm putting that out there straight away. Liverpool, I do believe if they get their midfielder and they get their centre back, they're going to be more looking at not even top four. They're looking at top four right now. If they get their centre back and centre midfielder, they're looking at challenging. And I've actually asked a lot of Liverpool fans, and they're saying if we do get a centre midfielder or defensive midfielder, should we call it, and a centre back, then there's no reason why we can't potentially not win it, but be in that sort of lingering chasing pack with Arsenal. I just think with us, I go fourth. I want to see Amrabat come in with Hojlund coming in. Then potentially, yes, we can finish third because I feel like what you said, Said, bang on. I feel like Liverpool have still got their deficiencies as well. And I already said it before. I think I said it on Rancy's stream last week. This Liverpool team, big up Jermaine, this Liverpool team remind me of the Brendan Rodgers era where they're just going out and they're going to win 3-2, 4-3. They've got, like someone said it, they've got shooters. They have got Gakpo, Diaz, Salah, Nunes. Like they've got goal scorers. We haven't actually really got goal scorers. We've got the creators. They've got the goal scorers. So obviously we're gonna win some games, but we don't.
And that Jota's underestimated. That
Jota's a bad boy.
Yeah,
Jota's a bad boy. Diaz coming
yeah.
back from injury as well is a big thing as well. Full preseason. So I feel like Liverpool are definitely going to outscore teams. I just don't know whether they can keep teams out. Look at today's game. 4-3 with Bayern Munich.
4-3.
You know what I'm saying?
That's you see the goal though. You see the goal. They got
The goal was the goal was a banger. But I feel like with Jurgen Klopp, if anything, that game was probably a blessing because it just highlighted exactly what they needed in terms of a DM and a centre back. If they went out and won that 4-0, sometimes it can play a false sense of security. Like, actually, this score's all right. But they'll know now that, look, board, our attack's doing the job. Now we need to get the rest of it. So yeah, I think 4th for us, man. I'm more cup oriented.
We can't be going for 4th, man. Then you know why we can't be going for 4th?
We can't be. You're asking me where I think we finish.
No, we can't even. Let me tell you this. See when Arsenal finished 6th in the league to then having a title challenge. People say that we saw the signs. Where did we see the signs if they finished 6th? Where?
What do you mean? What do you mean? Explain that because I didn't get that point there.
I feel like Arsenal finished 5th in the league.
Yeah, they finished 5th. Yeah.
5th or 5th. Okay, 5th. The fact they finished 5th means in that season they showed no sign of competing the next year.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. They bottled top 4, so you're thinking the next season they should not have basically competed. But here's my argument to that though. They created a balanced squad though, and Arteta has actually had a balanced squad. He's had 4 years to build that squad.
Cool.
Okay, Ten Hag has had a better squad to come into, but you still have to make it balanced. There's no point.
But my thing is this,
Galacticos would have won everything.
My thing is this, right? He's got the squad, and he's got a better balanced squad. But I'm saying, had he not finished 2nd and competed, we wouldn't have said that he's got this balanced squad. We would have just been saying back to Club Arsenal. I'm only trying to make this point is that they've gone from 5th to nearly winning the league, and they're not saying now everyone else is strengthening. Arsenal will be lucky to get 3rd or 4th. They're saying we're going for the league again. And I say, so where have you earned the right to do that? Over one season, no problem, cool. So they're trying to better where they finished last season by at least going for the league again, or at minimum finish 2nd again. They're trying to be runners up, but they're going for the title again. What I'm saying is we finished 3rd. We need to be finishing 2nd. I don't want to be finishing 3rd or 4th or 5th. It's 3rd or up. We need to build off last season. If we're not, then you guys are telling me last season was a fluke.
Listen, I think for me overall, the manager's progression can only be.
Last season was a fluke to you guys.
No, I don't think it's a fluke. I think we earned that right. We played consistent at home. We were consistent overall the course of the season.
That's my thing.
3rd best. No, hold on. Let me finish that one. We're 3rd best defense in the league. We got to 2 cup finals. Okay, we lost the last one. Man United deserved that top 4. Everyone else was bad, but you shouldn't judge that on Man United and Ten Hag. He did his job. We were consistent when we needed to be consistent. But like I said to you, there has to be an evolution. There now has to be an involvement of what Man United are. And that consistency, for me, away from home and home, has to be there this season. And that's where Arteta, the season before that, was kind of balancing out better than what Man United were doing. It's overall, the end, they kind of lost cojones. Whereas with us, we've been having bad results. And I think there is where you're looking at the balance of the squad. You're looking at whether he has personnel in there that he needs. You have to build that over time. Next season, guys, I'm not going to lie to you. I want Man United to be challenging for the league next season. Not this season. Next season, I want United to be challenging for the league. And then
I want to
it's crazy.
Let me go on.
Zamias says, Arsenal favourites. We have the new Ilka Casillas. Once Partey and Rice click, we will run over every midfield bar Haaland. Arsenal have the best attack. United only have Rashford. Listen, Zamias, man, you're crazy, man. You're absolutely crazy. Zoateng TV says, we don't play the top 6 every week. To win the league, we need to win the top 6 games and beat the rest of the league. It's possible to win the league. Look at Arsenal. No one expected them to challenge. That's one of the Musa's point. I hear that. Second minimum, no expectations. No exceptions, sorry. Listen, I think for me,
I'm surprised with this confidence. I want to hear why.
My confidence is this, Terrell. My confidence. I mean,
go on.
My confidence is this. On the base of last season, the stats that you've just read outside is the same reason I believe we had a good home record. We done good at home. We had one of the best defenses in the league. I think we were joint with Newcastle behind City. We kept the most clean sheets, and everyone kept on saying it wasn't just David De Gea. It was a whole defensive unit when we were trying to back the goalkeeper. So cool. We got one of the best defenses in the league. We got a good home record. You know, we went far in the cups. We won a cup. What we need to do is shore up in a couple areas. And what I'm hearing is we've got Amrabat in, we've got Mason Mount in, we've got a new goalkeeper who is miles better than David De Gea and is going to change our way of playing. We've got one of the most, we got up and coming number 9 who's sought for all over Europe. But I'm hearing we might not make top 4.
We're not. Has anyone said that we might not?
We're not going to make top 4.
No, we finished in the top 4.
No, it was no.
We're in the top 4.
If you don't go and get goals in this team,
I'm saying if you finish 4th, 1 minute.
Hold on. Wait. If you don't get goals this season, there is no point talking about the defense, and then there's no point talking about the midfield. It makes no sense because last season we struggled to bag goals. We couldn't score more than 2 on average a game. That's not Manchester United. When I was telling you lot, our funds need to be at least on 2 strikers. We've got 1 striker who's a bench striker. Yes, he's got potential, but he's not all that. So more time, I'm looking at it going, I can't see where the goals are coming from. Rashford's going to be inconsistent. Rashford's going to be inconsistent. Hojlund's going to have too much pressure on him. When he doesn't perform, who's going to then pick up the slack? Nobody. So I don't care about the midfield. I don't care about the defense. I don't even care about the keeper.
That's why I'm on Ten Hag watch. That's why I'm on Ten Hag watch.
Get me another striker. I'll see safe.
What do you mean by Ten Hag watch? What could he have done up front now, Musa?
Listen, Saeed, we all finished the season, every single one of us, talking about Harry Kane and my man from Napoli. I didn't hear anything less. Harry Kane and your guy Saeed from Napoli. Like I thought he was half Somali and not half Nigerian. That was your guy. Do you know what I'm saying? But
you know how much it cost though?
But I'm just saying. My thing is this though, and me and Neji said this. As much as we agree that the goalkeeper was a good look, but we believed on the basis of the stats and on the basis of what we achieved last season with De Gea, if we improved that with a striker and actually scored goals, we would have finished higher. So we were saying, we're not saying De Gea is everything, but we're just saying we can keep him for another season if the money's that low and go and bag us a number 9 that scores goals. Go and get it. But what we've done, Ten Hag somehow told me his number 1 signing is Mason Mount. He has to get him. Like that's what's lost me. And it's not a disrespect to Mason Mount or anything like that, but if you would have told me what was missing, Bruno was one of the main creators in the Premier League in terms of creating chances. Our wide players are not contributing except for Rashford, who goes alone and scores goals. So we were saying save the money and not buy a goalkeeper this season and go and get us a number 9. Neji saying get 2. I agree with that. Go and get us 2.
No, but hold on a minute, Musa. Let me clarify something. Was this your expectations on the transfer window before the Glazers were leaving, or when you realised they're staying? Where's your expectations at? Because my expectations are based on the fact that we hasn't been able to have the real signings that he's probably wanting in Harry Kane because the funds aren't there.
No, my expectations were this. I heard Man United had £150 million, and I thought they were going to spend 100 million on it on Harry Kane. And we were going to do bits with the other 50 because I didn't think we were going to replace David De Gea. None of us believed David De Gea was going. We all said we needed a number 6 and we needed a striker. During the season, did anyone see David going like this?
If I lied to you, I thought it was the beginning of the end for David De Gea, and I wouldn't be against him leaving. That's why
I'm not saying that you're against it, Saeed. I'm just saying, did you see him going like raw?
Yeah, I did. I
didn't see that. Because when I heard we only had 150 million to spend, my thing was everybody thought the first signing coming through the door after dealing with Martial was like a broken down moped kickstart. Like
no, but Musa, listen. Do you know? I think you're missing something. Yeah, look at this. We've gone for balance. Let's go by your theory, yeah. We've got 150 mil. We spend 100 on Kane, and we use another 50 for who would you go for with the rest of the 50?
All right, cool. Let me break it down.
Yeah, and then I'm going to carry on my point.
Okay, cool. Let me tell you. This is how we break it down. 150 million.
Yeah.
100 million on Kane, 50 on Mason Mount that the manager wanted. We
Yeah.
got no money left. We sell the players now. We sell the same players we're selling.
And
we
then
end
where's
up
our
with...
depth? Then we got
No,
less
but I'm just
depth.
saying, look, but we're in the same... Let me show you something. We're in the same position with minus a goalkeeper if we only go and get Mason Mount and Harry Kane. The only difference is we wouldn't have this goalkeeper, would be stuck with David De Gea. But we'll be in the same position, having to sell players to buy Amrabat, to buy anyone else we want. The difference is
so you want So you want De Gea, Mount, and Kane instead of Onana, Mount, Amrabat, and Hojlund. You prefer which one do you think's got an overbalance? And which one's more drastic drastic change?
I prefer you go and get me. Remember, I don't want Mount.
No, De Gea, Mount.
No, but let me tell you what I want.
No. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere.
I'm not going anywhere.
Wait, De Gea, Mount, or Kane, or Onana, Mount, Amrabat, and Hojlund. Which one?
What I would have preferred. What I would have picked, Amrabat, Mount, and Harry Kane.
You're mixing it up. It's not picking.
But that's what you said to me.
This ain't picking. No. You said that. You said we're going to spend 100. You said you're going to spend 150 mil, and we're going to get Kane, and we're going to have Mount. So that means we're going to have De Gea, Kane, and Mount. That's the three.
No, but my thing is, where do you get Amrabat from in your lineup? Because
the fact that we spent less, the fact we've kind of mixed it up and kind of got
you have to
three players instead of
to get Amrabat.
Kane's not going to go for 100 mil.
We have to sell.
You still have to sell
that's
to get Amrabat.
That's true, but Kane's not going to go for 100 mil.
No, but I'm just saying, if you give me a chance, like you said, I would have went for David De Gea staying for an extra season to get me Harry Kane.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
No, but I still think that Onana makes such a difference to how we build up and how we keep the ball. Onana's a big change. Ramsdale's leaving because they realize how the keeper's important, Mandem, man. Last year, do you know what the Mandem keep doing? Not all the Mandem. We keep moving our goals. We keep moving our goalposts, bro. We keep moving our goalposts.
Am I lagging?
No, you're good. Go on.
You're a bit slow, but you're good.
A little bit, a little bit.
No, you're good.
All right, safe.
Yeah, Tomorrow you're good.
Safe.
Go on.
I don't know, man. I can't. For me personally, I ain't moved no goalposts. I said this last year. I said at the start of the season. It makes more sense to keep De Gea, even with his mistakes. Our defensive record was sick. The mistakes from the front three were shocking. So we didn't get through. It makes no sense.
That's true. I get that, but look at the pool. Look at the assist that Onana's getting. Look at what Onana's getting. He's giving it to Rashford straight.
Let me land.
Go on.
Let me land. You man been running for time. Let me land the point.
Go on.
Nice and easy. Why does it matter?
I'm ready.
If you create an extra 6 goals a game or 6 assists a game, but your man them can't finish? What's the point? What is the point? Do you know how many chances Bruno was in the highest percentile? Bruno was in the highest percentile for creative chance last season. And the man them still couldn't finish. We're looking at pre-season already. Okay. Anthony can't finish his dinner. Rashford can't do tap-ins.
Yeah.
So what is the point? It makes more sense. It makes more sense to go, you know what? Hold up. Go on.
When you're building a house, Neji, when you're building a house right now, where do you start with? Do you start with the foundations, yes or no?
Correct.
Yeah, so correct. So the manager's now starting with the foundations of the team. And he's saying now, to implement my style fully and to implement what I want to do, I have to build the foundations first. Whether it means I get the extra TV or I get the extra shiny little
I understand that, but what you're missing is we're not Manchester City. What you're missing is, we're not Manchester City. And I'll tell you why I say this.
Hold on a minute. You can't say that. Man City did the same thing. They took out Joe Hart.
I'm saying that, and I'm telling you why.
And they brought in Claudio Bravo.
I'm saying that,
and then they took Bravo out.
I'm saying that, I'm telling you why.
Bravo out.
I'm saying that, and I'm telling you why. You man, just genuinely critically listen, please. Stop going off on me. I'm being serious right now. Yeah.
Okay.
Manchester City, right, could easily buy a 50 million goalkeeper, get rid next season. Buy Ake, not playing whatsoever, even though he's been buying in. Ten Hag can't do that. So every signing he brings in has to work. It has to work. There's more pressure for it to work. If he brings in Onana, it doesn't work. I'm not saying it won't, by the way. But if he brings Onana, it doesn't work. Next season, he can't go and buy another goalkeeper because the funds aren't there. So I'm talking based on, and this is why What I'm saying, Musa is correct. You're thinking about building a system. You're not thinking about the reality of Manchester United and finances.
But Neji, last week your argument was building a system. That's why you wanted Welbeck, because of the system. You said Welbeck's a better player for our system. There's contradictions there, bro.
Bro, you're not even critically listening.
He's got you there.
You're not even critically listening. You're actually rude now. You're being rude. I'm trying to land the point. Yeah,
you're choosing not to listen. He's challenging your point.
You're going off topic. Huh?
No, but he's not though. He's saying
I haven't even landed my point. So how can you rebuttal a point that I haven't even
landed? Stay on topic, mate. Stay on topic.
How can you rebuttal a point that I haven't even landed? Answer that question. Don't go silent now.
Okay, you know what? You signed Harry Kane.
No, answer the question. Because you're being rude.
Or is it my question?
You got Jack now. So
I need you. Why are you so rattled, my bro? Listen.
Rebuttal a point that I haven't even landed.
Because you've started a point and you said that you've made.
I'm trying to land my point, bro.
One at a time.
Okay, I hear that.
Wait there.
All right, go on. You land your point. Go on. Land your point. Go on.
Man, been dropping your thing. I've been listening. No, so let me land my point then.
Go on. Land your point.
Let's be honest, boys. We've been doing this for too long.
Nah. You're good. Go on. We're listening.
Say no more. So what I'm trying to say to you is, from a budget perspective, it's okay to say build this, build that. I'm saying the reality. I'm saying it. Well, go on.
No, I didn't know what the question was. What was the question? No, but I don't. Did anyone know the question now?
No one even spoke.
Nobody
spoke. I said every time someone said every time they turn on the Mandem show, I'm whinging.
Yeah, you're whinging. Yeah,
I'm out late.
Yeah, you're lagging a bit. You're lagging.
You need to go back to your phone, bro. Go back to your phone. It's better, man. Trust me, your phone's better.
I'll be wide then, man. I'm not on the same. Yeah.
Mandem.
All right, safe.
Let me go on this one, Mandem. Quickly, Mandem. Yeah. Let me just land on this one quickly, Mandem. This is what we're saying. This is all we're saying. And that's why I said I'm on Eric Ten Hag watch. I get what everyone's saying, but I'm saying, cool, we have 150 million. Let me show you how we could have spent it, even if you wanted David De Gea out. You go and buy Onana for the 50 million. You go and buy Harry Kane for the 100 million. You then have to sell to go and get an Amrabat. Did we need Mason Mount?
Right.
Musa, this is it for me. Where are you going?
This is the thing for me, yeah. I'm with Rhino. I'm just going to put it out there. I'm with Rhino 100%. I wanted a new goalkeeper, and a car does not move without the wheels. A house does not move get built without the foundations. Onana coming in changes the way we play, the higher line, the goalkeeper's confidence, the defense's confidence, coming out, claiming the ball. Look at that FA Cup performance from David De Gea. I don't want him at the club anymore. It was simple as that for me. Them things don't happen, I don't believe, with Onana. Obviously, it's hypothetical, but them things don't happen.
So why Jude Bellingham done, right?
Wait, Musa. We could have gone and signed a Harry Kane for 100 million. And even if he came in for one good season or whatever, or two good seasons, but we happened not to really win anything, but the football was still not great because he's at the other side of he's the end product. We still got to get the ball to him. We'll still be stuck in the same position anyway. So for me, I feel like with Onana and with Amrabat coming in and with a Hojlund, who's a young, progressive, up-and-coming striker, I feel like that's the best thing for Manchester United right now. I was
long
big on
time
the
as well.
I'm 100% big on this goalkeeper. I did not want De Gea at this club anymore. If you said, right, De Gea and Kane, or Onana and Hojlund, even giving me straight facts, I'll be honest with you, I would have taken Onana because I actually feel like building up from the back.
For the
at
future,
least Hojlund is still going to get chances. At least our midfielders are still going to get balls. And wait, hear me out, Nige, quickly. At least our midfielders.
I even told you I don't want De Gea here, so you're not even trying to land the point properly.
What?
Yeah, go on.
Now, Neji, you need to come in and out, man. Your internet's messed up, please. Neji, come in and out because your internet's messed up, bro. So come in and out, Neji.
Is that what it is? All right, safe. Go on. I'll come back.
Yeah, come in and out,
right.
bro.
Yeah. So basically, for me,
go on, Ty. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, for me, having Onana gives the defense confidence. It gives us confidence as fans. Come out claiming the ball. Distribution, like we saw that 70-yard ping to Rashford straight away. At the end of the day, what Onana does gets our midfield higher up the pitch. We win the ball higher up the pitch as well. We get Bruno and Mount into the positions we want. We allow Rashford and Anthony, whoever it is, to get in the positions they want, knowing they could potentially receive the ball. Casemiro and them guys can receive the ball in better positions. It basically just helps us move 10 steps forward, not in just one department, but in every department. Harry Kane, yes, he scores goals. I give it to him. Harry Kane, a bad boy goal scorer. scorer.
I love Harry Kane.
All
Yeah,
he
facts.
does is score goals at that side of the pitch. It doesn't mean our defense is going to change. It doesn't mean our midfield is going to change. Onana changes every section. And that's why I'm with the Onana thing, like Rhino said.
Yeah.
That's my
And also to add on
better?
that, just before Neji comes in, yeah, I also feel like
Is that
now
better?
having Hojlund as a focal point in the middle, that will help Rashford and bring out Sancho and Rashford's game as well. And then we can start seeing more goals overall.
Especially
And then we
Sancho,
don't
Rhino,
have to
because
put
he's
pressure
not
on
had the
Hojlund
sack,
to
he's
score
not
the
had a
goals.
striker yet.
He could be part of the build-up too as well. But yeah, go on, Neji, anyway, go on. I think you're still lagging though.
Is it in time now? Yeah.
Yeah, you can hear you now.
Yeah.
Can you hear us?
Slightly out.
Nah, he's lagging,
All right,
man. He's
cool.
lagging. Leji, you go
Look,
back
at
on
the
your
end of the
phone,
day,
bro.
it's simple.
Can you go
it's
back on
simple
your
logic.
phone?
It's not about preference. All right, safe.
Yeah, trust me. Go back on your phone, bro. Trust me.
You know what
But
it is,
yeah,
man?
let me
You know what
chat
my go on.
Nate says here, so the manager thought the goalkeeper was top priority. Do you trust the manager or not? The game distribution is more of a problem
Facts, man.
that no man wants to admit. Yeah, listen, that's what I'm saying to you. Let me just go back to the point, Musa, where you made, you're trying to build one player out and then bring it to your needs when the manager, like I said to you, had to solve this David De Gea problem. Had he kept David De Gea in, and then we didn't play the football we wanted to play, you would have been the first person here saying, you know what, man, what's the manager doing, man? We're causing there's no build up from the back. It's very, very awkward at the back. There's no stability. There's no kind of, they're making mistakes. What's going on here? He had to build the foundations from here. Same with Mason Mount. He had to build. We were saying Eriksen, he's not pressing from the front. We're lacking any pressing triggers and whatnot. Then he has to bring his guy. Okay, I don't really take the Mount signing too well, but if it means that he has to play style of play better, I'm all for it then. I have to be on board as a fan. If it makes his style of play better and we see the better version of Ten Hag, then we have to be all for it. You might not like it, but you have to be all for it.
You know what it is? I'm just saying that I got nothing wrong with changing the manager. And I think changing the goalkeeper, I got like David De Gea going is not an issue. And I'm only saying I can only go basis on the analysis of last season and where we are as a club, and knowing how much money we have in the summer transfer window. That's all I'm saying. This is just me hypothetically speaking to just show you where I'm coming from. So the manager saying get rid of David, I agree with that. I just feel we bought one signing too many in a window that we couldn't afford. And what do I mean by that? I believe we change the goalkeeper and we get a top class goal scorer, but we can only afford one in the middle of the park. That's how I see it.
Okay.
So the question I'm asking you is this. So I'm saying you change David for Onana and spend the 50 million on the goalkeeper, and then you have around 100 million or between 80 to 100 before you have to sell and buy to spend on a top class striker. I'm not against Hojlund as an up and coming striker. We need him with someone who can bang in goals, because the situation we had last season was nobody scoring goals. We had some of the weakest goal counts in terms of scoring in the whole league. So what we're saying to ourselves is this: we're not going to solve the problem with Hojlund, nor do I want to solve it with him, because he's a young buck. He's 20 years old coming into the league.
You're just ruling him out,
huh?
You're just ruling him out, though. He could potentially come in.
No, but it's not that. You're ruling him in. I'm just saying give him time. I'm not saying that I'm ruling him out. Okay. You're ruling him in. You're saying that he has to come in.
No, everyone.
Think about it, Tyrone.
You've got to give him time. But if you're saying what you're hypothetically saying, which is what you said, are you saying you would have got Kane, obviously Onana, whatever, and you would have signed Amrabat, for example, or in someone in midfield, but you wouldn't have got Mount and Amrabat. It would have just been one.
No, it's just been one. Yeah, because I just feel like the situation we're in. Let me give an example.
Would you have been happy just having Amrabat as the only signing, but say if one of him or Casemiro got injured, it's going back to the Eriksen midfield, and then Fred and them not still leaving, and we're basically back.
No, I would have. You know what it is? Because I would have been happy with, like I said, the midfield that we had was Eriksen. This is our best midfield: Eriksen, Bruno, and Casemiro. That was our best midfield.
He's done.
No, but that's our best midfield, and then we were bringing in. Who are we bringing in? We're going to bring in. So what you're saying and we were going to bring in like a 6 or an 8. And that's all.
Eriksen's legs is gone, man. Musa,
Yeah.
Eriksen's legs is
Yo, is
gone.
that
That's
better
why
now?
we were.
You know what?
Yeah,
Do you know
but
what I've
one thing
clocked
to
again? Do you know
you,
what I've clocked,
Yo,
man?
can I
Do you
land
know
my
what's
point
funny?
now?
Sorry. Do you know what I've clocked? Just quickly. It's the same thing. Us three at the top again, and these two at the bottom, like the Tony the Tony thing
Yo,
last
can I
week.
land the point now? Can you hear me better?
Yeah,
Yeah,
go
go
on,
on. Now,
Nate.
now
Yeah,
you're
you're
back. Go
perfect
on,
now.
Nate.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, safe.
Perfect.
Yeah, sorry for the delays, people. Obviously, I was coming in and out of
on,
conversations
man.
at wrong time. So yeah, more time. Yeah, the point stands. Musa's not wrong. Yeah, and I tell you why he's not wrong, because objectively, yeah, you can't deny the statistics and facts. If you're going off it, your preference don't matter. It don't matter how you feel. The facts don't care about how you feel. So I'm sorry about it. I'm sorry about that. It is what it is. I don't want De Gea here. So this is not De Gea prop. Yeah, you need to critically listen and understand. If your defense is still one of the best in Europe and you're still making mistakes, then that is a less of a risk than not having a striker up front. Now, if you bring a Harry Kane in instead of an Onana, right, then even if De Gea makes them, because not every game, I'm not going to be extreme, not every game made mistakes, but when he does, right, at least you've got a Kane that can bag 2 goals, 3 goals, giving the opportunities in there. And bear in mind, the statistics will tell you we created more than enough. So if we create more than enough a game and we score 3 goals, but De Gea makes a mistake, even if he makes a mistake, you still get the 3 Ross Clark points. But what I'm saying to you now is bring Onana in, right? And let's not count out the positives that De Gea had last season. Is Onana going to save as many shots and savers in games? I don't think so. So here's my thing with Onana. I think maybe he concedes 10 less. Give it, and again, this is if the defense is up to it, as it was last season. But maybe I think Onana concedes 10 less when there should be saves he could have had. However, I do believe he allows us to. I do believe he allows us to create 6 or 8 more chances a game. So if he does that, no problem. But if the Mandem can't finish, because they're so the shitty stats of our season, 58 goals in the league season. If they can't finish, what is the point, in my opinion, what is the point in conceding more, creating more, but not finishing more?
Okay, so Najee, can I say back to you? You were happy to watch the football that we had last season, but Kane scored the goals.
Just to finish, a Harry Kane guarantees you more goals. He's more clinical than Rashford, more clinical than Anthony. Bruno was off it.
Yeah, no, that's fact. That's
so
fact.
If you go and win games, even though, and bear in mind, I'm being quite clearly balanced. I'm highlighting De Gea makes mistakes. I've got an issue. I want him gone as well. But I'm saying, put that to one side. Yeah, the reality, if we can only go off last season, is simple. If we score goals and we win the game, and De Gea makes 1 mistake every 10 games, right? We still win the points. More time, you still win the trophy. Whereas if you bring an Onana in and you create more, but you still can't finish your dinner, what's the point in creating? That's why I've been banging on. We need 2 strikers, not 1. And Hojlund is not enough.
Okay, can I rebuttal that? First of all, your comment about Onana, he might not save as many saves as David De Gea. We can then score more. And again, listen, if they might not finish a challenge, that's hypothetical, by the way. Next season, we could be more ruthless in front of. Yeah, again, but everything, your argument's based on hypotheticals as well.
Pre-season, but what's the hypothetical?
Okay, let me land then, bro. Let me land.
Yeah,
Come on, man. Let me land, man.
Let me just ask you this question before you land it, yeah? My hypotheticals are based on last season's facts and statistics. I'm not based off my opinion. So I'm being as accurate as I can be.
But this is where we bought Hojlund, right? This is where we bought Hojlund. And like I said to you, none of us can say that he hypothetically he's not going to bang in goals, where Musa was kind of alluded to in that aspect. I think for me, I'd rather, like I said, what DG said is that we have a balance at the back and we play the way Ten Hag wants to play and we build a structure. Having that structure there, okay, we're not going to score the goals that we want to and etc. etc. But the fact that he's brought in Hojlund, I am there more confident in the fact that last season, like I said to you, the chances we missed, having structure at the back with Onana, it gives us a better balance in that.
Mandem, I got a question. I got a question for you three at the top.
Why would you want those things?
I got a question for you three at the top. With that said, what's your expectations for Hojlund and what finisher we? So with that saying that you think that he's going to get the goals where needed, I know that I got a number in my head that I know a Harry Kane with a ball. And I think that's bare minimum what we need for my number 9. What are the goals you think we're going to get with Hojlund? up front.
We know
Hojlund
Kane's going to score more goals than Hojlund, but we're talking about what we're saying.
No, I'm just saying. Listen to me again. Listen to me again. I have a number in my head that we just need. Even if it's not Harry Kane, I said Vlahovic. I have a number in my head that I think a striker coming in for big money should be getting for us. You lot think that because again, we're going off the stats. And listen, I don't want anyone to think that we want David De Gea here. We don't want him here. The brother, listen, we all had high blood pressure after certain games. It's long. But what I'm saying is this. Stats are not what we make up. You lot are telling me we had the third best or joint second defense in the league. That's what you're telling me. Mm-hmm. So how can you tell me that and then want me to tell you we need to change that? Think about that. How can I come into my workplace?
Rhino, you go first.
Okay, cool. Listen, we've built on our defense. Onana is not just going to bring shot stopping. He's going to bring a style of play. Look how we play from the back now. We've got more options now. We're going to be more of a dynamic team with Onana in it. Forget the shot stopping, what De Gea can do. The distribution and just the way we play out from the back, the confidence, the tactics of Onana doing certain assists when certain teams are playing high and stuff. We can do a lot of things. So if we bring Hojlund to the team and Hojlund is actually a number 9 who's going to be a proper number 9, that allows our wingers like Rashford and Sancho to be better. So the goals will come more dynamic.
That answer the question though. Because what he's saying is, if defense, we're not saying what Onana is not good at. We agree. Again, I'm sure Musa would agree as well. We all understand what positives Onana brings. Musa and myself want De Gea gone as well. We wanted people like Onana. So your response is based on Onana's qualities. The question is, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, Musa, yeah? If our defense was so good last season, even with De Gea's mistakes, right? Why would you want to change that when the biggest problem is scoring goals and your budget doesn't really allow you to go and get the goals? That's what we're saying.
Can two things be right? Can two things be right? Hold on a minute. We're all arguing about the same point, But the thing is, I don't understand why two things can't be right. United also needed to move on with their keeper and build out from the back. Also, they need to buy strikers and score more goals. I don't see why we should substitute one or the other or idea. Manchester United should have bought 2 forwards, and Manchester United should have replaced David.
This super chat is the best super chat of the night. It's everything.
Okay, let me read it.
Give me some of that.
Let me read it as well, because we want to wrap up as well, people, man. Zoatech TV says Kane, Onana, Amrabat was a move this season and get Mount free for next season. We wasted 60 million Mount on 1-year contract. But then
we can't say we've wasted it yet. We can't say we've wasted it yet.
Well,
he had 1 year left and we spent 60 million. That's why this guy, he said it. Kane, Onana and Amrabat was the move this season.
And this comment here as well, big up Staffy, says, because we played the second deepest defensive line in the league, bro. Onana already making us play 15 yards high up the pitch.
And it's about playing as a team. And the rebuttal to that, Staffy, it's quite simple. Even if that's how we played, look at our creative stats. We still managed to create enough chances to go and win games. So really, I don't care where we're sitting, because more time I want the 3 points. And if we're getting the 3 points, I don't care whether a deep line, don't care if it's high, I don't care if it works and wins games. No one on this panel, including yourself, is sitting there complaining. You're not doing it. And if you are, then you're sour.
You don't want a manager to do you not want a team to kind of play the manager wants in its entirety, rather than being so...
Of course. Listen, you're missing a point, yeah? This is all based around finances. If we were Manchester City, I'd be sitting here saying, get Onana, go buy Kane and buy Hojlund. Yeah. But the reality is not that. So I have to live in the reality world and go, you know what? It's either...
Am I bugging?
I'm with you. I'm with me. Well, the three at the top are the same.
It's simple. It's basically, you've got one consequence and two consequences. Me and Musa are going off the facts of last season, not based on the emotional hype of De Gea making mistakes. Because we've already said we want him gone as well. We share the same sentiment. But what we're looking at, put that to one side, because in mine and Musa's opinion, you have to do that in this case.
Well,
and that's where hold up. Let me land, bro. And what I'm saying to you is even with the mistakes, okay, so De Gea's made mistakes, our forwards have made mistakes. We can all agree on that. That's facts and statistically proven as well, based on the eye test and the numbers. But even with De Gea's mistakes, we've still managed to have the record that we've had defensive, which means it's still a risk, yes, but it's less of a risk if you don't buy strikers who can't finish their dinner because you want to get the 3 points. That's what me and Musa are saying. If we were Man City, we'd be sitting here saying, yeah, get Kane, go get Hojlund as well, and get your keeper. but we're not that, and we don't have the budget to it. Now we're in a situation where we're looking at how we have to spend the budget. We're just being smart and going, which one is less of a risk? And I think it's more of a risk. It's more of a risk not to get a striker or 2 strikers than it is a keeper. That's
right,
for one season.
But Neji, okay, the bottom line is we've got a striker in Hojlund. Yes, he's not going to score 25 like Kane might, but I think he might score 15. We've got a keeper in Onana who's clearly better than De Gea in distribution, coming out and commanding the area, coming out and commanding his area, pushes us higher up the pitch, gets us further up the pitch in terms of what I was saying before you came on, is every section of the team improves. Harry Kane improves us scoring goals. That's the 4th section of the pitch. Onana actually improves us from the first section, which is him, the defensive section, the midfield section, and the forward section as well, and including the wingers. So for me, in terms of the overall signing, what would I prefer? Onana and Hojlund or De Gea and Kane? I think for the team and the way Ten Hag wants to play and what we want to see in terms of Manchester United, the fans and the team and Ten Hag, I think the goalkeeper in Onana and Hojlund is the better overall structure and balance for the football club. And that's what us 3 are saying. We know Kane scores goals.
No,
and we know that Hojlund won't score as many.
I agree with that.
What are we arguing about?
But there's no argument. You're not critically listening to my point. What I'm saying to you is,
argument.
Based on the facts of last season, Ty, yeah, we're talking out of, when you look at, again, statistically and everything else, our weakest area was putting the ball in the net. And if we're trying to improve...
we've signed a striker.
Yeah, I know, I get that. Listen, I get that, right? But when you're bagging only 58 in a season as a team, that is substantially low in a league, right? If we're saying Manchester United want to improve, right? And bear in mind, that's going to be Champions League now, and it's also going to be in the Prem. Yeah?
We improve more with Onana than we do with Kane.
Hold up.
No way.
If we want to improve, we're looking at it statistically going, we need to be more clinical in front of goal. So there's going to be a risk not getting a goalkeeper, and it's also not going to be a risk not getting a striker. But we're basically putting our preference based on where we think the bigger risk is. You think the bigger risk is not having a striker and having a second striker in Hojlund. That's cool. We agree. But also, we think the bigger risk is having Onana and no striker.
So do you know what point they're missing? Do you know what point you guys are missing? You know, last point. You know what point you lot are missing, yeah? The Japanese goalkeeper, the Japanese goalkeeper that we want to get is the equivalent of a Hojlund in goal. This is the point you're missing. So that's the equivalent. Had we got him because Hojlund...
That's wild, man.
No, I'm going to say that. You know why I'm going to say that? No, you know why I'm going to say that?
You have never watched that guy.
No, let me say that, Saeed. Cool. Okay, cool. Let me say this. You see Hojlund? You lot are going on. Listen, I'm down for Hojlund, but what I'm saying, he's a prospect. He's not proven at any level to do this.
You can see the talent that he could be one of the best, and also 9 goals in 20 starts. You can see his minute per goal ratio. Actually, Musa, his minute to goal ratio was just under Victor Osimhen. He was actually second in Serie A. We're not saying he's going to come in and score 25. However, I think he can get there. But if he comes in and scores 15, the team improve. Rashford and Sancho, Anthony, whoever it is, like Ryan said, improves around him. And Onana, a keeper that's going to get us the ball further up the high at the pitch. Defense is going to be further up. He's going to be able to distribute.
Mandem, all I'm saying is,
you don't go KFC and get a burger on its own. You
listen, Mandem, we want a new goalkeeper. Yeah, we've all wanted a goalkeeper. All I'm saying is, when the season starts, if Hojlund ain't banging, I don't want to hear you lot talking about we are the strikers, Martial. Don't complain. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear a man come on here and start talking about this man needs to, because this is what we're talking about. We're talking about, what I'm saying to this is what I'm saying. I believe with the same goalkeeper, with the same defensive unit last season, adding Harry Kane on that, Man United are able to sustain 3rd place or maybe even finish 2nd. I believe, listen to this, man, there. With the same defensive unit last season, adding Harry Kane on that, we can sustain 3rd place or even finish 2nd. But I believe changing it this season with a new goalkeeper and not getting a strike of the level of what Harry Kane is, we could be just fighting for 4th and not even better last season. So, but you lot think it's better to go back to go forward.
No, but do you know what I've realized, Saeed? Yes, I know you said last point, but do you know what I just realized?
Come on,
I feel like we're thinking negatives for what we're thinking, but we're not thinking negatives for if Kane comes in too. What about if the Kane negatives? It's not going to. There's negatives and positives for both, but I feel like with the Kane side, we're not looking at the negatives. That's what I'm gonna say, man.
You know what?
I don't even want to go back and
Drop
forth.
on that one.
Facts.
That's the key
Facts.
point. We're gonna end on that one.
Rhino selector.
Rhino, people said Rhino don't speak on the channel. That's what he said right there, people, man. Rhino
Sometimes you
spoke
don't
the
need to take 5 minutes. You can take 5 seconds.
Exactly. So people, gonna wrap up here. Nate's coming in from Musa saying, why the flip-flop Musa on the De Gea thing? We signed 3 good players and he's still on about De Gea and moan about Harry Kane. Musa needs a hug. Guys, we're gonna wrap it up here, man. It's been a long Mandem talk, but that's what we do around here. You know what I'm saying? To Tyrone, enjoy your holiday, man. Tell him where you're going, man. Where you going?
You know what? After the, I'm getting the Wi-Fi in Spain. I'm coming on next week.
Oh, man.
Big up.
Big up, Mandem, as always, though. Like the video, people. Show love for love. Never a foul is where you can find us at. Big up, Neji, every single time.
Come on,
Obviously,
King.
Moose, you know what it is. Rhino, you know what it is. It's all love after this. But I'm not going to lie. I'm loving this 3v2 war at the moment. It's becoming weekly now.
It don't meant to be like that, but it's
I
going
know.
on like that.
I know.
Big up,
Nah,
man.
don't worry,
Big up,
man. Dudley boys have got it, man. Trust me. We're nice. You know what I mean? 3D. Get me one
But
table,
yeah.
Musa, man.
I know we got it. I'm not even worried.
Come on, bro. Lightweight.
Big up Rhino as well, man. Thanks for coming on with the usual, man. Big up to you,
No, I
man.
appreciate you guys. Big up the Mandem. You know it's always love, man. It's always love, man.
Every
You
time,
feel
man.
me? But yeah, man, we just had to get that opinion out there, man. 3v2, man. Free aside. You might need to get one more person, man.
Listen, we're playing.
It might be soon.
We're playing rush goalie. We don't need a goalie. We're playing rush goalie.
De Gea ain't go, yeah. De Gea ain't go.
We're playing rush
Onana's a
goalie. We
better
don't
rush
need a
goalie. Onana's a better rush goalie, my
No,
bro.
we're playing rush goalie. We don't need a goalie. Me and Neji.
Hey, Neji, I'm not going to lie.
Fly away.
After this, I hope you get your food now because you're going to need it, bro.
Yeah,
yeah,
big up the
don't
Mandem,
lie.
though. Big up the chat
Don't
as well,
lie.
man.
I sorry I had to come off the chat, yeah. But when I came off, I called the guy. I said, bro, like, I called the store. I said, where's my food? He says, it's left the shop about 40 minutes ago. I said, what do you mean 40 minutes? My food's cold, yeah? So I was kicking up. I don't know if you saw when I was on mute, bro.
Yeah, you
I was
muted
going
yourself.
in. He's like, sorry, you're going to have to call Just Eat. I said, brethren, you've taken my money, yeah? You work for this company. You can't give me their number. So more time, what you need to do is go back into that store, say, order my man fresh food and get a new driver to send me my blood clot food. Because now we're looking at the time thinking,
Aye, that's why Neji's. That's where your stress is from. Now it makes sense. It makes sense. You're hungry, bro. You want your food, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, facts.
You're hungry.
I'm hungry. I can't lie.
Big up, man.
But now, big up Neji. Always, man. Neji, big up to you
Yeah,
for coming
big
on,
up,
man,
man.
as usual, man.
Appreciate it, man.
You get me?
You know what it is, man. Sunshine 47, SONSHINE47. Shout out to the absolute Mandem. You know, come on, man. We're gonna do this live one day as well. Do you know what I mean? Make sure you get the likes up though as well, people. Do you know what I mean? It's always healthy debates, man, with the boys. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, man. Big up to everyone in the panels, the comments and stuff, the super chat. Do you know what I mean? It's all good stuff, man. Support the channel. Obviously, never a foul with Ty. I know Musa, once he's sorted his internet, he's going to get his channel up and running. I know Rhino's doing a positive thing on his. And you already know about Saeed's work rate, man. He's Bruno-esque out here. So, yeah, man. Support everyone on this page, man. And big love to you guys, man.
Big up, man. Always, man. Big up Musa, man. Hopefully next week we'll have the internet rolling because, like
Listen, I jumped on the phone like you told me. Listen, I'm taking all these gadgets back, man. They're not working. I'm taking all these.
Market. You brought from Brixton Market, man.
Brixton Market. I'm taking it all back. The gadgets are not working. It's playing games. But listen, I'm coming. Booster React is going to be here. I might even be reacting to the Saeed TV and Never a Foul and Rhino's channels. I'm going to be reacting to all you man thing because if I hear any nonsense, you're there. I'm reacting. I'm reacting.
Now, big up, man. Big up to everybody who's here, man. I hope we've got 500 likes on the video. And yeah, man, until next time, innit? The Mandem Talk, man. Like I said, this is the WhatsApp group that gets played onto YouTube. So next time, you know, we're here all the time, man. So big up. We're out.